My name is Patrick Kidd. I'm the Chief Executive of the Digital Skills Organisation. I've been doing this job now for a little bit over 2 years. My background is as a soldier, so I spent a long time in the British and Australian militaries, and I find myself amazingly privileged to be able to work on something like this, which is a national priority, which is all about how do we bring people together around a recognised problem. The world of work is changing. It's changing really quickly. The nature of the skills that people need to have is changing. Our national training system, which is complicated and massive and huge, plays such an important role for so many people in so many different ways, has to evolve and adapt to keep pace with that change. And so very much what we focus on is around trying to be clear about what the needs of the economy are, what are the needs of employers in terms of the workers that they want to have with the skills that they want to have, and then connect that to the population so that they can themselves realise their potential to make the most of themselves and to deliver in the workplace and more broadly across life generally in a world that is rapidly changing and moving forward. So we work with employers to understand their needs. We work with training organisations to help them make sure that they're delivering the training that people need to have. And we try to open up the potential opportunities to people from all backgrounds so that they themselves can find their way to doing extraordinary work that makes the most of their natural talents. I think the great opportunity that you have by being involved in organisations like this is very much about being on the cusp of history. This is a national effort. This is a national priority. The skills of our children, of our people within the economy is so fundamental to what we can achieve as a nation. And our obligation is to ensure that every person is able to realise their potential and their opportunity. As an organisation, we are a startup. We've been learning and evolving over time, and that isn't going to stop. We're going to continue to adjust and change as we look to the future. And that's tremendously exciting. But it's also work that doesn't suit everybody. At the end of the day, you need to have people who are curious and interested in different things and able to learn about those new areas so that they can really pivot the skills that they have from maybe any type of employment that they've had previously or any experiences and use that to better the organisation as we go forwards. We need to have people who are really driven by the idea of doing something great on behalf of our nation. I think that's the really important idea here. This is we're trying to do something here that's trying to change a massively complicated system, and that takes time and perseverance and energy, and people have got to be resilient. So I think that's an important part of it. We have to be driven by a sense of common purpose, because things won't always be straightforward or simple. So you've got to come back to sort of what's really driving you to help maintain consistency. And we've got to have people who are willing to recognise that you can't do these things on your own. You've got to work together. You've got to bring people into the centre, and that takes time and skill. And so this idea of collaborating for impact is super important. So ultimately, we're looking for individuals who are inquisitive, prepared to take accountability, are going to work with other people, and they're going to be driven by a sense of history and the desire to really make a difference on behalf of the world that they represent. So if I think about the types of people that we are today, first and foremost is we are an incredibly diverse team. We've got people who come from a range of backgrounds, some of which are from education, others are from business. And that richness of background lends a really interesting dynamic to how we interact and how we question and work with each other to build great ideas. We are all experts to one level or another, but we're not experts in what you think we're expert in. Everybody has their own background that they bring to the organization, and that's the strength of it by virtue of the fact that we can bring all that together. What I've been hugely impressed by is the fact that every person gives it a go. So it's the commitment to get involved, it's the commitment to sort of drive change, and it's the commitment to learn from the activities that we undertake, some of which we fail in and others are successful. But giving it a go is super important. And I think that the final part of that culture is that wherever possible, everybody is trusted to go out there and do what it is they need to do. The idea of you owning your space, being able to drive the work forwards, to come back, test, improve, adjust, is super important. So I think that would be the final element. We try to have fun, we work hard, and we've achieved an awful lot, and we're proud of what we've done. As an organisation, we're a product of the COVID era. So we have people that sit right across rural Australia, across metropolitan Australia, and so we, as a natural way of operating, is we operate remotely. The outcome is king or queen. That's what drives us. Not necessarily how you do it, but to make sure that we get to the right sort of collective outcomes as a team and an organisation. So we're absolutely driven by trying to perform as well as we can by providing a good, safe, flexible workspace that enables people to operate in a way that they want to operate.